During my sister's rehearsal dinner, the florist pulled me aside and asked, "Is this wedding actually happening?" Because the groom called me this morning to cancel. The florist's name was Diane. She'd done flowers for our family for 15 years. She had a centerpiece in each hand and a look on her face like she wasn't sure she should have said anything at all. I told her there had to be a mistake. My sister Claire was 20 feet away laughing with her future mother-in-law. The rehearsal dinner was already in full swing. The wedding was tomorrow at 2 p.m. Diane set the centerpieces down. He called at 9 this morning, said there'd been a change of plans and to hold the order. I figured it was a miscommunication, so I came anyway. But I needed someone to know. I told her I'd handle it and walked away before she could see my face change. I found my mom near the bar and pulled her to the hallway. I told her what Diane said. Mom went pale. That doesn't make any sense. Marcus was here an hour ago helping set up. Marcus? My sister's fiance of 3 years. Pediatric nurse. Everyone loved him. He cried at their engagement dinner. I'd hugged him at the airport last Christmas. None of that mattered right now. I texted him. Hey, can you come find me? Near the front entrance. Need to ask you something quick. He appeared 2 minutes later, smiling, jacket still on, holding a glass of wine. What's up? Did you call Diane this morning? His smile didn't fall. It just stopped moving. Who's Diane? The florist. He tilted his head. Why would I call the florist? She says you called her at 9 a.m. to cancel the order. He laughed, short and flat. That's insane. I've never spoken to her in my life. She must have the wrong number. She has your name in her call log. His jaw tightened. He took a slow sip of wine. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't call anyone. I've been at work since 7. You can check with the hospital. I looked at him. He looked back. Neither of us blinked. I said, okay, sorry, I had to ask. He nodded and walked away. I went straight to Claire's maid of honor, Priya, who'd been helping coordinate vendors all week. I asked if anything else had been contacted about a cancellation. She stared at me. Why would anything be canceled? Just check. Call the caterer, the venue, the DJ. Priya went quiet for 5 minutes. When she came back, her voice was lower. The venue got a call this morning. Same thing. Someone said there'd been a family emergency and to put a hold on the final walkthrough tomorrow, they thought Claire's mom made the call. My stomach dropped. 2 vendors. Same morning. Same story. I went back to my mom. I told her about the venue. She grabbed her phone and walked outside. I followed her. She called the caterer herself, right there in the parking lot. The caterer picked up. They'd received an email the night before from an address my mom didn't recognize, asking about their cancellation policy and refund timeline. Mom lowered the phone. Someone's trying to cancel this wedding. We stood there in the dark outside the venue, the dinner noise leaking through the walls, and I thought about Marcus. His face when I said Diane's name, not confused, just still. I went back inside and found him at the bar with his groomsmen. I watched him for a minute from across the room. He was laughing, loose, comfortable, like a man with nothing to worry about, or like a man who'd already made a decision and was just getting through the night. His phone was face down on the bar. He picked it up once, glanced at the screen, put it back fast. I walked over and touched his elbow. Hey, can I show you something? Just for a second. He followed me to the corridor off the main hall. I turned and handed him my phone. I'd pulled up the call log screenshot Diane texted me. His number, 9:04 a.m., 16 seconds. He looked at it for a long moment. Then he looked at me. That's not what you think. Tell me what it is. He opened his mouth, closed it, looked at the ceiling. Marcus. I kept my voice flat. My sister is in that room thinking she's getting married tomorrow. If you have something to say, you say it to me right now, or I take this to her in the next 60 seconds. He let out a long breath. I've been trying to find a way out for weeks. I didn't know how to tell her. I thought if the vendors fell through, if it just, he stopped. I thought it would be easier if it looked like something went wrong instead of me being the one who, you were going to let her show up tomorrow, I said. With her dress, with her family. And just what? Have nothing there? He didn't answer. I turned and walked straight back into the dinner. Claire was at the head table, her back to me, gesturing at something on her phone and laughing with her aunt. I sat down next to her and waited for her to look up. When she did, she saw my face and stopped laughing. I need to show you something, I said, and I need you to not react until I finish talking. She looked past me toward the bar, toward Marcus, back at me. Okay, she said. Her voice had already changed, like some part of her already knew.